Test, 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 test. Dave. Hey. Paige. 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 Ask Hilton if he can hear me. Do you have a headset? Ask Hilton if he can hear me. Test, test, test. Dave. 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 Thumbs up. Dave. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Dave. 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 We're just checking the. Hey, were you asking, can he hear me? Yeah, it's. Dave, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Dave, test, test, test. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing.
remain standing as we will now do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now you can sit. Good afternoon, faculty, staff, families, friends, the class of 1973, and last but certainly not least, the graduating class of 2023. I stand in front of you today as your senior class president, and I am so grateful and honored that I get the opportunity to speak to you all on this momentous day. I also want to thank you because without you guys, I wouldn't have had the opportunity and pleasure of being your class president for the last 3 years. As you sit here today, I hope you feel proud of what you have achieved. You have accomplished something remarkable, something that will stay with you for the rest of your lives. Today, one door closes and another one opens. I feel confident that you all are ready to take on the world and be successful no matter what your plans are after today. Graduation is a time to reflect on all your experiences, both in and out of the classroom. You have made new friends, discovered new interests, and faced challenges head on. Over the past 4 years, we've been through a lot together, from singing the school song after every touchdown during FNL, to winning Spirit Week sophomore and senior year, to having this crazy senior group chat, and obviously we got through all the Zoom classes we all secretly slept through and had woke up with our teachers trying to get us off the meeting. Throughout these 4 years, we've created so many memories that I hope you cherish and one day can look back at and think those really were the best days of my life. So to my fellow graduates, I say this: be proud of what you have achieved, but never stop striving for more. Embrace the challenges that come your way, and never be afraid to take risks. Remember the friendships and bonds you have formed and cherish them always. And most importantly, never forget the lessons you have learned and the experiences you have had. Thank you to our families, as well as the faculty, staff, and administration for supporting us every step of the way. And a huge thank you to my fellow graduates for making this journey an unforgettable one. I wouldn't have wanted to go through these past 4 years with anybody else. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and I wish you all the best of luck in all your future endeavors. I would now like to welcome to the podium our principal, Mr. Cermak.
Good morning. I'd like to first say thank you. Thank you to the parents and guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, friends, school committee members, Clinton teachers and staff, and all the people that in and out of the Clinton community that have played a part in shaping the lives of the soon-to-be Clinton High School graduates, class of 2023. Speaking of community, we've had the 50-year class here today, the Clinton High School class of 1973. The Clinton High School, yeah, there we go. The class of 73 has graciously donated an outdoor dining table to Clinton High School, along with donating scholarships for the class of 2023. Thank you for your generosity. Scholarships were awarded to our students during the baccalaureate ceremony on Wednesday evening at the Clinton High School auditorium. There were 150 awards donated by 67 donors to 45 of our Clinton High School students, totaling over $136,000 in total scholarships. It's kind of amazing when you think of this little town coming up with that amount of money to donate to students. It's amazing. It shows the support and generosity of our community toward our students and our schools. Thank you so very much. You can see the full listing of those scholarships in your programs. So I started thinking about this year's graduation after winter break. And you may be thinking, winter break, that's a full semester ago, and it's true. You're right. As I sat in my office on June 2nd, the day before we came back from winter break, I was reading some placards that I have sitting around my office. If you've been in my office, you've seen these placards. They read, "Don't look back, you aren't going that way. Work hard, have fun, no drama. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." These are just sayings to some people, but to me, I believe they all have some meaning behind them. I'd like to share my thoughts with you about what they mean to me. First, don't look back, you're not going that way. I believe this means that you have completed a chapter in your life, and it's time to move forward with the next chapter, whatever you choose. Does this mean that you shouldn't remember and reminisce about the past? Absolutely not. Always remember where you came from and the people who were there with you. For these are the people who you grew up with and who helped shape your lives. Next, work hard, have fun, no drama. Yes, you've completed high school, a time that prepared you for the future. Will your future endeavors be easy? Well, maybe sometimes, but not always. These endeavors usually require hard work and effort. If you work hard, enjoy what you are doing, and keep drama to a minimum, you'll be on the path to your own success. Lastly, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Think back to the last 4 years. Your 4 years of high school, all of your accomplishments, whether it be in academics, sports, after-school activities, or out-of-school activities. There were probably some rough seas in there somewhere that you had to navigate through and overcome. These are the moments of your lives that help shape who you are and your character. These times are not easy, but they have prepared you for your future. Whether it be the military, full-time employment, college, or some other career readiness program, you are prepared for whatever path you choose. This chapter of your life may be ending, but you are beginning a new chapter. You have been preparing for this for over 13 years. 13 years of your life starting in kindergarten, and you are ready to make decisions as young adults that will form your future. Before you leave here today, remember one thing. Remember the people in your lives that made this all possible. Your parents and guardians, grandparents, friends, aunts and uncles, cousins. Remember all of them, because they all played a particular role, and they've all helped you with the experiences to this point. This has been a journey, and you haven't been on it alone. So before you go today, remember to thank one of those people that is special to you and that may be here today. Congratulations, class of 2023, and good luck in the next chapter of your journey. I would now like to introduce Dr. Meyer, Superintendent, Public Schools.
Find it one of these pages. Good morning. I'd like to start by welcoming all the family, friends, staff members, administrators, school committee members joining us here today. I'd also like to give a special welcome to our 50-year class, the class of 1973. And finally, to the class of 2023, welcome and congratulations. Each year, I typically try to make reference to what was happening in the world 50 years ago. For example, 50 years ago in June of 1973, Secretariat won the Triple Crown, the first horse to do so since 1948. I thought that might be a relevant event to share because I know they made a movie about Secretariat, so I thought maybe the class of 2023 would know who Secretariat was. Then I realized that the movie Secretariat came out in 2010 when most of you were 5 years old, right? But on a serious note, celebrating the 50-year class is an amazing Clinton tradition, so let's hear it for the class of 1973. I'd also like to give a thank you to the class of 1953, who are celebrating their 70th year, This class donated and built the sign in front of the high school for their 50th anniversary. It's hard to believe that that was 20 years ago, and the sign still looks great. Now, to the class of 2023. I know that today's all about you, and most of you can't wait for these speeches to be over. But I was trying to write my speech this year. I kept coming back to wanting to share a story about what I experienced this year. As some of you may know, I have a house in Florida. This past fall, on September 29th, Hurricane Ian struck the area of Florida where my house is located. And our house ended up with about 12 to 14 inches of water throughout the entire house, and the entire neighborhood was flooded. To make matters worse, my wife and 2 sons were in the house when this flooding occurred, and quickly they had to get anything they could save up on shelves, as they were soon essentially living on little furniture islands. I felt so powerless seeing the pictures of what they were going through, so I did the only thing I could do, which was try to prepare for the aftermath of the storm. I began loading tools into my car and borrowing things like generators and fans to load up and get ready to drive down there. While I was heading south, the floodwater had subsided and my wife and kids were heading north. We all met at my parents' house in South Carolina, and after I was able to see everyone and hold them and make sure they were safe, my father and I went down to assess the damage. It was a mess. My father and I spent 3 days of nonstop physical labor just getting everything out of the house. All the wet furniture, the wet carpets, even ripping out the wet drywall, cabinets, and insulation. People were just putting stuff out in the front yards, and giant FEMA trucks with huge claws would come and just scoop it up. It was quite literally a disaster area. After a few days, we were able to get a trailer set up in the driveway that my wife and kids were essentially living out of as we began the long process of rebuilding. We did all the reconstruction work ourselves, slowly work on specific parts of the house. When I went down for holiday breaks or school vacations, most of my time was spent rebuilding. I'm happy to say that we were able to finish our final project over Memorial Day weekend, essentially 8 months to the day of the initial flooding. So why did I tell you this story? Because I think there's some important lessons that came out of this situation I want to share with you. The first one is, always be there for the people you care about. There are people in your life who are going to need your help at some time or another. And when that time comes, sometimes you need to just drop everything and be there for them. And hopefully if you have those types of relationships in your life, then they're going to be willing to drop everything and be there for you in your moment of need. I'll never forget seeing Mr. Bailey at CHS when this all happened, and he just said to me, "Don't worry about it, go take care of your family." The next thing I took away from this situation was how to respond to adversity. This was a devastating event for the entire community, and many people were just shell-shocked and didn't know where to start. When my father and I arrived and immediately started taking action to get the wet stuff out into the yard, it was like we were showing other people in the neighborhood what needed to be done. Soon everyone was working, and we began working together, sharing tools, equipment, and manpower so that we could all work through this adversity. You see, when there's a flood, the longer you let wet stuff stay in the house, the worse the damage is. And for the most part, this is true for any adversity that you will face in life. The more you avoid an issue or try to delay addressing it, the worse it will be when you're finally forced to do so. My last takeaway from this experience is to remember that humans are resilient, which means that we are able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult situations. In just 8 months, that community went from devastated to pretty close to being back to normal. Sure, there's still signs and reminders of the damage, but most of the houses have been remodeled better than they were before. Trees and flowers have been replanted, and the community is no longer bonding over a shared sense of adversity, but rather a shared sense of resiliency. You're going to face difficult situations throughout your life. Be resilient. Things won't be difficult forever. You need to withstand the challenges, and you will emerge as a stronger person as a result. So in summary, if you take anything away from this, always be there for the people you care about. Someday you'll need them to be there for you too. Face adversity, don't run from it, and be resilient. You can withstand anything. Class of 2023, you're a wonderful group of students, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck as you continue along your journey in life. Thank you, and congratulations. And now to share a few remarks in Spanish and Portuguese, our Family Outreach Coordinator, Guadalupe Puim.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Buen día a todos. Le damos la bienvenida a todas las familiares, amigos, miembros del personal de escuela, administradores y miembros del comité escolar que se unen a nosotros aquí hoy. También me gustaría darle una bienvenida especial a nuestra clase de 50 años, la clase de 2973, y finalmente a la clase 2023. Bienvenidos y felicitaciones. Lo lograron. Ahora, a la clase 2023. Como algunos de ustedes sabrán, tengo una casa en Florida. El otoño pasado, el huracán Ian llegó y hundió la área de Florida donde se encontraba mi casa. Nuestra casa y todo el vecindario se hundió. Comparto esto porque creo que hay algunas lecciones importantes que pasarán por esta situación que quiero compartir con ustedes. La primera es estar siempre ahí para las personas que sean importantes para ustedes y que quieran. Hay personas en sus vidas que van a necesitar su ayuda en un momento u otro, y cuando llegue ese momento, a veces solo necesitan dejar todo y estar ahí para ellos, sin pensarlo. También, durante esta situación, fue que sé cómo responder a una desdicha. Como ven, cuando hay una inundación, en cuanto más tiempo dejas las cosas mojadas, permanezcan en la casa, peor será el daño. Y en su mayor parte, esto sí es cierto para cualquier desdicha que enfrentan en la vida. Cuando entran más, tratan de evitar un problema o tratan de resistir, buscan una resolución de un problema. Peor será cuando finalmente se vea obligado a resolver ese problema. Y el último de esta experiencia es recordar que los humanos somos resistentes. Lo que significa es que somos capaces de resistir y recuperarnos rápidamente en situaciones muy difíciles. En solo 8 meses, esta comunidad pasó de estar devastada y casi cerca y volver a la normalidad en solamente esos meses. Sean resistentes. Las cosas no son difíciles para siempre. Deben de resistir los desafíos y como resultado saldrán como una persona más fuerte. Clase de 2023. Son un maravilloso grupo de estudiantes y solo les deseo lo mejor. Les doy buena suerte y continúen su viaje en esta vida. Gracias y felicitaciones a la clase 2023. Now I'm going to say a few words in Portuguese. Bom dia. Bem-vindos a todos os familiares, amigos, membros da equipe, administradores e membros do comitê escolar que se juntarão aqui conosco hoje. Também gostaria de dar as bem-vindas especiais à nossa turma de 50 anos, a turma de 2973. E por fim, a turma de 2023. Bem-vindos a vocês e parabéns. Agora, para a turma de 2023, como algumas de vocês devem de saber, tenho uma casa em Flórida. Em outono passado, o furacão Ian inundou a área de Flórida onde a minha casa estava localizada, e a nossa casa e todo o bairro inundaram. Comparto isso porque acho que existem algumas lições importantes que seguram de ser a situação que quero compartilhar com vocês. A primeira é sempre estar presentes para as pessoas que vocês gostam e amam. Há pessoas em sua vida que vão precisar de sua ajuda em algum momento, e o outro. E quando chegue a essa hora, às vezes você só precisa legar tudo e deixar e estar aí para essas pessoas que vocês amam. A próxima coisa é que desta situação foi como responder à adversidade. Vocês veem, Quando há uma gente, quanto mais tempo você deixa as coisas molhadas dentro da casa, pior o dano. E, na maioria das vezes, isso é verdade para qualquer adversidade que você enfrentará na vida. Quanto mais você evita um problema ou tenta adiar uma resolução de um problema, pior será quando você finalmente foi forçado a resolver esse problema. Minha última lição desta experiência é lembrar que os humanos são resilientes, o que significa que somos capazes de resistir ou a nos recuperar rapidamente de situações difíceis. E apenas em 8 meses, a qual comunidade passou de inundação e de estar devastada, muito pero voltou ao normal. Sejam resilientes. As coisas não serão difíceis para sempre. Vocês precisam enfrentar os desafios e, como resultado, você a torna uma pessoa mais forte. Turma de 2023, vocês são um grupo de maravilhosos estudantes e alunos, e eu desejo boa sorte à sua jornada da vida. Obrigada e parabéns à turma de 2023. Thank you.
I forgot my remarks to be in 3 languages. I should have made them shorter. Sorry about that. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Owen Brydell.
Good morning. Dear parents, relatives, friends, and fellow graduates of Clinton High School class of 2023. I, as Superintendent Meyer just said, do indeed stand here as the valedictorian of the class. But that label and the hard work that went to achieving it alone doesn't define me. I also stand here a son, a grandson, a basketball player, and most importantly, hopefully a friend to all of you sitting here today. As we look back on the last 12 years of school, we see that our lives have been like a canvas, with each of us using different colors to paint a picture upon it. Some of us use bright colors, while others use darker shades. Some of us painted with broad strokes, while others paid attention to detail. Up to this point, however, the construction of your picture has been mostly paint by numbers. You were given an outline and told what you should do and where each color should go in order to craft your ideal image. Whether it's the constant reminders on Google Classroom about homework assignments, or just having to be in school by 7:25, you've had a structure set up for you almost all your life. Now, as you sit here on graduation day with your cap and gown on, the image that you've been crafting over the last 12 years is now complete. Whether it's something you like or dislike, it is finished. And also, somehow, it's just the beginning. When the ceremony is all said and done, we will face the world like nothing we've ever experienced before. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, we are given a new canvas, one that now lacks the one thing that has been constant in our lives for years. Structure, outline, direction. We're not going to be told what we should do, what colors to pick, when to get up, or how to mix everything just right to become successful in the world. We are now left on our own to figure it all out. The freedom is exciting, but also downright scary. The good thing, though, and something I want to remind you of, is we're not going out there completely empty-handed. If you look closely at this new canvas, you can see some faint shapes sketched by the experiences and opportunities that you've already had in high school. They will act as a template to create our new masterpiece, one that will reflect who we are and also who we want to become. We have more choices than we ever had before. We've earned these choices. We get the opportunity to decide what colors we want to keep and which ones we want to replace, which details deserve focus, and which ones can be forgotten. It's at this time in our lives, I urge you to get creative and really branch out, without forgetting the value of hard work, balance, and prioritizing relationships with friends and peers. Be open to new colors and new perspectives. We should not be afraid to take risks, to explore, and try new things. As we paint our new pictures, we should remember that our canvas is not just for our own personal satisfaction. Rather, it is a canvas that will be seen and admired by others. We should strive to make a masterpiece that is not only beautiful, but also meaningful and inspiring. Finally, I would like to thank all of you sitting right here for being part of my high school experience. You've all contributed to my canvas in one way or another, and I can say that I wouldn't be able to craft this painting of me standing right here at this very podium if it weren't for all of you. My classmates, my teachers, my administrators, my community. I wish you graduates all the best as you paint your new pictures, and hope that our paths will cross again and again where we can stand together in awe of these masterpieces that we've created. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Kim Pereira, salutatorian of the class of 2023.
Hi, everyone. First off, I would like to thank everyone who poured themselves into our class during our high school experience. I'd like to thank the teachers, the office staff, the principal, the vice principal, our fellow friends, and family. I remember a day, freshman year, when I looked at the tracker on my phone and it said 10 hours active. I could not believe it. I didn't want to believe it because my dad had been telling me for weeks that I spent too much time on my phone. The more I thought about it, the worse I felt. Considering humans are awake for 16 hours of the 24 hours a day, that means I was spending 62.5% of my wake time on my phone. Now, I'm not here to nag at anyone. My point is, I realized that I wasn't being present in my life. More than half the time, my mind was consistently somewhere else. So after that day, I started trying to be more intentional with how I spent my time. I started asking myself, do I need to be on my phone, or am I just bored? And I chose the I'm just bored option a lot more than I expected. And these questions are great. They are part of the process. It's hard on the mind because it's a mental detox. I was resetting my mind to find the beauty of the day-to-day and not feel like I have to be doing the most all the time. It took months and months, but by the end of that year, I was spending 4 hours a day on my phone. And now I spend 4 hours a week on my phone. I'm not telling you this story so that you can just listen to me speak and not put it into practice. So, I put this one on you. What are some things that are taking you away from being mentally present with the people around you and with the tasks at hand? It's a great skill to be able to be present and intentional. I know that you think that you are present because you had to be present enough to participate in your classes, remember to do homework, and to pass your exams, but That's not the present I'm talking about now. As cheesy as this may sound, the present is really a gift. Being present means being free in the mind. Everyone is born with a default setting, but it's up to us to move past that with intention into mindful presentness. This presentness sits with you wherever you go. It demands your complete attention, focus, and devotion to the responsibilities and rules of that place. The key isn't really that you're passing your classes. The key is that when at school, you devote yourself to learning, to growing. You are not this immovable piece of blood and bones. You are like clay that can transform itself into whatever mold it puts itself in. So if you don't like the topic, the point isn't to turn off your brain. The point is to find learning itself the ultimate victory. This shift in mindset allows you to be completely immersed in whatever topic you find yourself in and find gratitude in it. This doesn't just apply to school. It applies to your home life or with your friends. When with family and friends, be with them. Play music, talk, dance, sing aloud, go shopping, eat some nice food. Now is not the time to think about those assignments waiting for you back at home, or that you have to leave in a couple of hours to go to work. Now is the time to enjoy this gift, the gift of being with other people, and that it is glorious and impressive that at this moment you are there with those people in that place in unity and in fun. At work, focus on bringing out the best in other people and devoting yourself to being patient. At work, you are not alone, so don't treat people like they are invisible. Instead, treat them with respect and love, because there's enjoyment in all things, both easy and hard. Okay, so this is a part of the speech where I leave you with something motivational, like life is beautiful and great, and all it takes is finding beauty in the now. But I'm not here to make you feel good about yourself. This is a moment for reflection. Have you done all you can do to be present and enjoy the now? And if not, why not? I'd now like to introduce Elia Montes to the stage.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, faculty, and honored guests. I want to start off by expressing my gratitude to all of you, my friends, my family, and my beautiful girlfriend. I also want to give a special shout out to my sister Eliana, mostly because she's forcing me to. As I stand here today, I can't help but reflect on the past 4 years and how much we've grown as individuals and as a community. With that in mind, I want to talk to you all about Goose Poop. Do you remember back in middle school when we still had recess and we'd go outside to a courtyard filled with goose poop? It made playing basketball more of a game of hopscotch, where we were trying to avoid little landmines that were trying to stick onto a poor kid's shoe. But even with all that mess, we still played anyways. That's something I've noticed about this town. No matter what obstacle is in our way, we always find a way to come back together and make things happen. we always find a way to come back and play anyways. It's amazing that out of the 108,000 cities in the United States, my family ended up in Clinton. I've always wondered what made them decide to stay here after immigrating from the Dominican Republic almost 20 years ago. I feel like I've found that answer. It's because of the unconditional love and acceptance that we found here in this community. When we tiptoed our way onto that poop-covered basketball court, the fear that we might end that recess with the most nastiest, horrific, smelliest shoes never deterred us from playing. We were locked in. Not because we wanted to play basketball, but because we wanted to play basketball together. Recess after recess, day after day, we found each other on that same poop-covered basketball court. We would play even if there was enough people to only have a 3v3. We would play even if it meant that the game somehow turned into an 8v8 free-for-all. There was always room for more people. When I would play, I wasn't welcomed because I was a star player. I wasn't even close. I was welcomed because my friends, my classmates, they made a space here that accepts people for who they are, flaws and all, because we simply enjoy the presence of others. It's a space that encourages us to try new things without fear of rejection or failure. Whether it's trying out for the school play, or whether it's sitting with someone new during lunch, we always have this community to fall back on. So as we prepare to go our separate ways and face new challenges, we must never forget the importance of this community. We will undoubtedly encounter obstacles and setbacks along the way, but we must keep on playing anyways. We must draw on the strength and support about this lesson about goose poop to help us overcome those obstacles and achieve our goals. Let us remember the connections we made here. Let us cherish the memories we've created and use them as a source of inspiration and motivation as we move forward. You might not be able to dodge it all. You might step in it from time to time, but just scrape it off and keep on living. And if you need some help, I know a place that's got your back. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Ella Rapoli.
Hello and welcome all. I am incredibly grateful for the opportunity to speak in front of all of you today. I have been fortunate enough to be able to be raised in the town of Clinton. I could not ask for a better town to have spent the last 18 years in. Living in a small town has given us each the unique journey that has shaped us into who we are. It is an honor to speak about the lessons we have learned and the memories we will never forget, like playing outside until the street lights came on, or going to Dairy Queen after every single youth softball game, win or lose. In our small town, we have discovered the true meaning of connection. We have witnessed firsthand the power of genuine relationships and the profound impact they can have on our lives. From the endless support of our family and friends to the unwavering encouragement of our teachers and mentors, our community has served as the foundation for our growth and success. In the small town of Clinton, we have had the privilege of knowing almost all the names and faces that live here. Wherever I went, I could always count on somebody to recognize me and congratulate me on the win from the previous day's game. When we drove by the elementary and middle school during the parade on the last day of school, all I could think about when I was their age, cheering on the seniors that year in their parade. I remember thinking how far away it would be for me to be the one driving away. I couldn't even fathom being in the stage of life that I am now. It's all gone by so much quicker than I could have ever imagined, and I am so grateful for everything that this town has provided for me, my friends, my family, and memories that I will forever cherish. We always joked about leaving this place, but now the time has come, and I don't want to say goodbye. So as we step into the unknown, let us take a piece of this place with us, and remember, once a Gale, always a Gale. Thank you.
and then the graduation. Thursday, I was walking in the town hall, she was walking out, and I said, hey, how you doing? She said, where's your speech? Those that know me know that I promised her to be done by the end of the day, but it wasn't. So yesterday, I came in here for some of you who were here for rehearsal. I walked in, and she set me out, and I came back in with a folder, turned it in yesterday at 10 o'clock. Thank you for your patience. Finally got it. You've heard a lot of stories from your classmates, reflected on your time here at High School. Received some advice from your class advisors and the administrators. I believe at this point, I sat exactly in the same seats, I'm talking the same seats, Dale's sticking up there, in those same seats over 4 years ago. So I know at this point, you want to hear me introduce Principal Cermak, who calls your name in the words of your poem. I will make this brief. I made a bet the other night with some friends of mine that I would make this under 5 minutes. I'm not going to tell you what happens if I lose, but I promise you it's going to be under 5 minutes. So at this point, I would like to ask you to think about that one person, whether it's a parent, a guardian, a sibling, a relative, teacher, administrator, coach, friend, or another classmate. Whoever that was, that one person who was with you throughout high school or maybe longer. They encouraged you when you weren't sure what you wanted to do. They caught you when you stumbled and you're unsure. They picked you up when you failed, dusted you off, and said, let's keep moving. That person that advised you and then supported whatever decision you made, gave you a kick in the butt when you needed it, humbled you when you thought you were better than you were, hugged you when things weren't going well, celebrated and congratulated you when you succeeded. They knew exactly what to say when you were searching for answers, and they supported you as you went along the way. That special person who inspired you to take on today's life's challenge. Whoever that person is, a simple question we would ask you to do is to thank you. It's very easy, not a text, not an email. Go look them in the eye, hug them, shake their hand, and say thank you. Most likely they'll shrug it off and say you did fine on your own. Deep inside, they'll mean the world. Some of you may be surprised when one of your old classmates thanks you. You didn't realize how important it was. Nobody gets through life alone, and you're going to need friends and good friends along the way. Never forget where you came from. This gets me to, I don't know any poets or writers or famous people to quote. If I did, some people tell me to I had his teachers and coaches and start laughing at me. But I'll give you this. That special person to me was my Aunt Catherine. She was a long-time educator in Lowell. She would tell her children and her grandchildren, and numerous nieces and nephews, and her students this. As you go through life, if you could try to remember this, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, nobody is better than you. And on the same day, you're not better than anybody else. Go through that mindset. She said everything will turn out all right, and you meet some great people along the way. Finally, I'll leave you with this. Whether you went to the workforce or go to college, your parents may not like this, but it's okay to change your plans. Don't settle. If you go to the workforce and you say, I don't like this job, don't quit it, but in the meantime, find something different. Find something. Go to school, go to college, and you want to change your major or change your school, finish that semester, find something you want to do. Find something to make you happy in life. For those of you that are going to the military, unfortunately, they haven't plans for you. So I think I made the 5 minutes. So I want to be after the school committee. Congratulations to the class of 2023 and wish you success in your goals. Have a safe and enjoyable summer. And for the 20 or so of you that are heading to Florida, all right? I know what you need tonight, so I was going to drag this on to this flight, and I was going to leave tomorrow morning. Have a great trip. Oh, yes. bilingual or you're trilingual. Sealed by University of Peer Seal on students' transfer and diploma in the state of California. College. Congratulations. Now be awarding your diploma. Class valedictorian, highest honor student, Owen Robert Rydell. Class president and high honor student, Ella Jane Shanari.
Castro, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Aiden M. Cullen. Christopher John Cummings, Jr. Victor G. Kuziol. Trevor Frederick Sear, honors. Leticia O. Pereira da Silva, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Madison M. Denson, high honors. Jose D. Diaz, honors. Cassidy Blair Diem. Andrena S. Goncalves dos Santos, honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Tiago A. dos Santos. Peter James Duffy, honors. Amaya N. Duran. Marissa J. Iannuzio, high honors. Stephen M. Eli, Jr. Jose Luis Federo Medina, honors. Mally C. Flaherty, honors. Tiernan Ford, high honors. Margaret Elizabeth Fox, honors. Ian M. Frisch, honors. Allison Elaine Goreffi, high honors. Isaiah Justice Gomes Red. Yeshua Guerra Alvarez. Logan N. Harmon. Ryan Joseph Hope, high honors. Tucker J. Houle. Sophie L. Howland, honors. Larissa Alves Ilha, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Selena Marie Jackson. Claudia Susana Jacobo Garcia. Brooke A. Janda, high honors. Abigail Caitlin Jordan, honors. Kimberly A. Joyce, high honors. Seth M. Kilburn. Natalia Tatiana Lamont, high honors. Ava D. Lemansky, high honors. Manuel A. Lemus. Nicole Lizardo, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Jack Robert McMillan. Roger Pablo Maldonado, high honors. Miles M. Malouf, high honors. Emma Jordan Martelock, honors. Natalia Love Martin, high honors. Yordenis Matos Espinal, honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Allison Rose McKenzie, high honors. Ashton P. McNamara. Joseph John McNamara. Gabriella M. Mickey, honors. Shania Angelina Molina Garcia, honors. Elian S. Montas, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Valerie Montas Acosta, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy. Mark David Morin, Jr., honors. Evan James Morrison, honors. Ailish M. Naughton Hoole. Grace Elizabeth Nelligan, high honors. Louis J. Parento, high honors. Isabella Penha Pereira. Kimberly Delinsky Pereira, salutatorian, high honors. Christian M. Pomerlow. Evan M. Presley. Phoenix S. Ramos, high honors. Ava S. Rapoli, high honors. Ella R. Rapoli, high honors. Mel Hurrion Ribeiro Alves. Jason Bruno Adriel Rosario. Julia M. Rossignol, high honors. Xavier Santos. Lenora Sousa Silva, high honors. Beatrice Sores. Sincere Speaks. Jack E. Sullivan. Caitlin Elaine Tenkati, honors. Timothy M. Tierney. Zachary J. Varakis, high honors. Carlos Edgardo Velasquez, high honors, Mass Seal of Valerosi. Olivia Ann Vila. Liana Margaret Waterman, honors. Daniel J. Weaver, Jr., honors. Lucas Freeman Woods. Elijah Leonard Yurkovic, honors. Hannah Elizabeth Rose Zencraft, honors. Nicholas M. Zoltani. Emily Dehana Zyliftari Quinones, high honors, Massachusetts Seal of Valerosi. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduating class of 2023. Okay, so before we go, I was reminded of something, and this was just one of our students said to me, Mr. Cermak, remember, we are your first four-year graduating class. I want to thank you guys. You are the first 4 years. Respect to you. So, graduating class of 2023, congratulations on reaching this goal of graduating from high school. You've worked hard and persevered through unprecedented times, and today is your day. Good luck with whatever path you choose, and remember, you will always have a family at Clinton High School. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
All right, I promise we're almost done. One last thing. Class of 2023, please stand. Join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left to signify we are now the class of 2023 graduates of Clinton High School. Congratulations, class of 2023. This concludes the graduation ceremony. Thank you for everyone in attendance.